Pistons fans, tomorrow my Detroit Pistons, y'all Detroit Pistons, we play the Minnesota Timberwolves. And before I give you all my preview of the game, I have to say, if you want to watch the game, you have to watch it on either the NBA League Pass or you can illegally watch it on crackstreams.com. Now, I've tried out crackstreams.com, haven't had any issues, no buffering, anything like that. So if you don't want to pay for NBA League Pass, go over to crackstreams.com and then you can watch it on there. Now let's talk about this game. I guess we can go starting lineup, player by player, whatever. Let's get into it. So let's start off with Killian Hayes, obviously. So Killian Hayes is going to be against D'Angelo Russell. And again, the same thing before the Russell Westbrook game, the Washington Wizards game. I was like, he's going up against the top point guard. I can't wait to see this because he's known right now as a defensive player because his offensive game currently hasn't really caught up to him. So his defense right now is the best part about his game. And going up against D'Angelo Russell, one of the best offensive players in the NBA, well, at least at the point guard position, one of the best offensive players, it's going to be fun to watch because he's known as a defensive player. So can he lock down, in a sense, lock down D'Angelo Russell? I don't think he'll lock him down, but if his defense plays as good as he has against a Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook, then I feel like he can slow him down and shut him down a little bit on a couple of plays. So Killian Hayes this game, I hope that he plays way better on offense than he did in the preseason, because in the preseason he really struggled, couldn't hit a floater, his threes weren't falling. In the fourth preseason game, his threes started to fall a bit. I believe he made 2 of them, but all in all on offense, his game wasn't really there, but his passing was there, his ball handling was there, his defense was there, and I'm just hoping that this game just have a good game. Just all in all, have a good game. So the next guy we need to talk about is DeLon Wright. Now, I hope he doesn't be in the starting lineup because a lot of people were saying Dwayne Casey is doing too much favoritism, and if he's doing favoritism towards DeLon Wright, then that means he's going to start in the starting lineup, and I don't really want that right now because DeLon Wright hasn't played well in the preseason. So I want a guy like maybe a Sadiq Bey, as some people were mentioning in the comment section, maybe a Svi Mikhailuk or Josh Jackson. And at the moment, I have to go with somebody like Josh Jackson because he played really good in the preseason, and I feel like he's earned those minutes. So, but as far as DeLon Wright goes in this game, DeLon Wright in the preseason, I said he needed to be way more aggressive and he needed to hit his shots when he was being aggressive, because in the preseason, he wasn't really that aggressive. And then when he was aggressive, he was not hitting his jump shots. And I was like, bruh, and layups as well. He wasn't hitting his layups like that. And I'm like, bruh, if you're not going to provide no shooting or anything like that on offense, what are you here for? Because we already know on defense he's a liability. He's too small at the 2 guard position. Yes, he's kind of tall, but his weight just isn't big enough to guard other 2 guards. So it's like, if you're not going to do anything on defense, then you got to show up on offense. But in the preseason, he didn't show up on offense. So it's like, what are you doing here? I just, in this game against Minnesota, just please be more aggressive and hit your layups, hit your shots. That's all I can ask for out of DeLon Wright. So the next guy, Jeremy Grant. I cannot wait to see Jeremy Grant go up against these Timberwolves, because Jeremy Grant in the final 2 games against Washington and even the second game against the Knicks, he started to pick it up and did get the rust off of him a little bit. And hopefully in this game he can shake off the rust even more, and maybe a month from now he can finally fully get the rust off of him and he can get back to his Denver days, and well, better than his Denver days, because I believe this season DeLon Wright will have a breakout season. I'm saying probably 18 points, maybe even more, around 7-8 rebounds per game. I just feel like DeLon Wright is going to be a big piece for us this year, and I hope he plays better than he did in the preseason. And tonight, I just hope he shakes off the rust even more. Now, Blake Griffin, I don't need to talk much about Blake Griffin. We already know what Blake Griffin is. Blake Griffin is 100% healthy, as we've seen in the preseason. Going up, he might be guarded by Cat on a couple of plays, and Cat against Blake Griffin is going to be fun to watch because it's star power against star power, but I do feel like he will eat and feast on Cat if he does guard him on a couple of plays, because if you guys remember against Thomas Bryant, Blake Griffin was bodying, and I mean bodying Thomas freaking Bryant. Thomas Bryant is a big dude. He is no slouch. I believe he's about 6'11". He is a tall dude. He's massive. He has muscles as well, and he bodied him. So against Karl-Anthony Towns, I feel like he's going to have a field day. On a couple of plays when he does guard him, because obviously he won't be guarding in the whole game, because obviously Karl-Anthony Towns is a center and Blake Griffin is a power forward. But that star power, I hope that they clash a little bit on a couple of plays. And at the center position, we need to talk about Mason Plumlee. Now, for the most part, he will be guarded by Karl-Anthony Towns, and Mason Plumlee, in the preseason, I have nothing to say. I was on this guy's side. I was like, let's give him a chance. I like his passing ability. I like the idea of him and Killian in the pick and roll. And what he did in the preseason, he did not help on my case at all. He was a bit trash, if y'all want to call them that. And just in this game, don't be a nuisance, don't be a negative. You know, if you're not going to be a positive, at least don't be a negative. Just set screens, pass the ball, just don't be a negative. Don't be missing shots, doing turnovers, having stupid turnovers. Just don't be in the way, okay? Just don't be in the way. So off the bench, obviously, Derrick Rose is the sixth man. A lot of people think he can win sixth man of the year, and I'm 100% behind that, because Derrick Rose, coming off the bench as a scorer alone, just that ability, he can get us 16 points easily, 15 points easily on a nightly basis. So him coming off the bench, I ain't got no issues, no worries about Derrick Rose. Next guy I want to get into is Josh Jackson. Now, obviously, I said that I feel like Josh Jackson has earned the right to be in the starting lineup, but at the moment, it's still going to be DeLon Wright. So he's going to be coming off the bench, and even off the bench, as we've seen in the preseason, he could come in and provide for us. He can hit shots at the three. He can hit a couple of mid-range jumpers and drive to the hole, and we already know what Josh Jackson is on defense, and we already know that he's a pretty good athlete. So Josh Jackson, I'm feeling like Josh Jackson is going to have a very good game off the bench, and he's going to even demand even more that he should get starting lineup minutes, because right now he doesn't have those minutes, and I just feel like he's already earned the right. But even more, if he just comes out and shows out in the regular season, he's gonna get the eye of Dwayne Casey. So the next guy, Jalil Okafor. In the preseason, I was pretty impressed by him, because I feel like he slimmed down a bit. The way he was moving up and down the floor, I just feel like it was way better than I ever seen him before. On offense, in a couple of games against the Knicks, he actually was kind of solid on offense, giving us inside the paint points here and there. So Jalil Okafor in this game, just come in, give us 8 points off the bench as a backup center. I'm cool with that. Again, don't be a nuisance, don't be a negative like Mason Plumlee. Next guy we could talk about is Svi Mykhailiuk. Svi is another guy who can make a case for wanting to be in a starting lineup over a Josh Jackson or DeLon Wright. And you know, he can hit the three, as we all know. He has a solid handle, and he can move the ball in transition. It's just on defense, he's not really there, and we know he's not much of a playmaker, because for the most part, Svi is a scorer. So as far as Svi goes, you know, just come in this game, hit a couple of threes, and again, just like Josh said about Josh Jackson, catch the eye of Dwayne Casey so that you can get more and more minutes. Now, the next guy we need to talk about is my man Sekou. It's a very hard thing, because a lot of people are criticizing Dwayne Casey for not playing Sekou, and as we've seen in preseason game number 2 against the Knicks, he dropped 23 points. So we know that it's not his skill that's the issue. So is this a favoritism thing? Is there an issue behind the locker room of Dwayne Casey and Sekou? Are they clashing? I just don't understand why he's not getting that many minutes right now. So, you know, I want him to get more minutes, because in the minutes that he does play in, he's efficient and he plays well. It's just he's not getting the minutes right now, and I hope that Sekou does get the minutes tonight and plays well, because he's a very efficient player when he does get in the game. Now, we can talk about more of the bench players, but I just want to give y'all a consensus of the game. I feel like this game against the Timberwolves, it's going to be a rust thing, and I feel like, unfortunately, we might take the L night one. I'm going to say that the Minnesota Timberwolves will beat the Detroit Pistons, just because, and I didn't even mention Edwards. It's his rookie debut. We have D'Lo, we have Edwards, we have Cat. I just feel like their offensive firepower, and they actually are really trying to make the playoffs this year. I just feel like they will outgun the Detroit Pistons, and they might win by, I would say, around maybe 10, 12 points this game. And it's not me being like, because I'm a Pistons fan, so it's not like me, I'm hating on the Pistons or anything like that. I'm a Pistons fan. I just feel like the Minnesota Timberwolves, they'll beat us tonight. It's night one, it's game one. No need to overreact. Just chill out. If anybody thinks about, overreacting or posting something stupid on social media after the game, it's night one. Let's just enjoy the fact that NBA basketball is back. Pistons versus Timberwolves. Can't wait to watch the game. Again, you can watch it on crack streams. I won't be doing a live stream as I was doing in the preseason for this game, because I only do live streams on weekends. So if there are weekend games, and like let's say it's on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I might even do ones on Mondays as well. Catch me at those live streams. I'll let y'all know if I will be doing live streams on the weekends, because I just don't do them like through Tuesday through Thursday, but possibly Friday through Sunday, maybe even Monday at times. So let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about this. Will we beat them? And let's just enjoy Detroit Pistons basketball. So like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank y'all for 1K. I'm out.